People may think of people with CPTSD as pitiful or weak because they've been through so much, but that could not be further from the truth. And I'm not saying that that's not true for some of them, but there are a lot of them that it activates something very different. And I want you guys to understand that some people with CPTSD can be like drill sergeants. Get in line, get it together, let's go. Like, they can put order to things, they can make things happen because they're used to surviving. They have a different way of viewing things, and it's like you have to make yourself a little tougher in order to get through some things. So they can run some stuff. So when CPTSD turns someone into a drill sergeant, CPTSD doesn't just come from one traumatic event, it comes from long-term environments where safety was unpredictable. So people who grew up in those conditions often learned, if I don't stay in control, everything falls apart. So instead of collapsing inward, they become hyper functional. They take charge, they organize. See, I bet you didn't know this, but they direct, they correct, they anticipate, they manage. It looks like authority. It feels like leadership. But underneath, it's a survival strategy. Now, if you disagree with me, let us know in the comments. But I'm just telling you, this is what my intuition has discovered about CPTSD as I've taken you guys along this journey. These people can be pretty tough. They're not these weak, wimpy, whatever you might stereotype them to be. So why CPTSD creates this commanding style? Hypervigilance turns into hypermanagement. CPTSD keeps the nervous system on high alert. For someone who naturally notices people and group dynamics, this becomes, let me fix this before it becomes a problem. Let me tell you what to do so you don't get hurt. Let me take over so nothing goes wrong. It's not about bossiness, it's about preventing danger. Responsibility becomes over-responsibility. People with CPTSD often grew up being the one who kept the peace, managed adults' emotions, handled crisis, took care of siblings, anticipated chaos. So in adulthood, they default to, I'll handle it, I'll take charge, I'll make sure everyone's okay. Their leadership is actually a trauma-shaped form of caretaking. Emotional overwhelm becomes strictness. CPTSD makes emotions feel huge and unpredictable. Structure becomes the coping mechanisms. Rules, schedules, expectations, order. It's how they keep the internal chaos from spilling out. The hidden softness behind the tough exterior. People who show this drill sergeant CPTSD pattern are often deeply nurturing, protective, community-oriented, sensitive to others' needs, wired to help and support, and they can be phenomenal at this. But trauma taught them that softness is unsafe. So they lead with strength, they protect through control, they love through responsibility. Their command mode is actually a shield. Let's talk about what they're really protecting. Behind the firm tone and decisive energy, there's often fear of being blindsided, fear of being helpless, criticized, abandoned, fear of failing the people they care about. Their intensity is a way of saying, I don't ever want to feel powerless again. So what healing looks like, when someone with this pattern begins to heal, you'll see less urgency, softer communication, more trust in others, more delegation, more emotional openness, and more flexibility. They don't lose their natural leadership energy. They just stop using it as armor. It becomes guidance instead of control, support instead of command, and care instead of vigilance. So if you love learning about CPTSD or you have it, definitely check out my videos. I'm going to help you crack some codes so that you can get to better healing or understanding someone who you really, really love. So, hey, beautiful people. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments and what topics you want me to explore next. Your feedback means so much to me. Let's keep this adventure going. Don't break up with me. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. Check out my books on Amazon for insights on enhancing your love life, navigating narcissistic personalities, and exploring the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. Links are in the description. You're amazing, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.